A lot of people have been requesting this one, so here's a guide on my boy Mutanus. I'll be covering his game plan, his strengths, his weaknesses, his early, mid, late game, some extra tips, and even an example game at the end. This hero was quite an underdog when he was first released, but quickly became one of the highest win rate heroes, loved by a bunch of top players, myself included. This is one of my best performing heroes to date, with an insane average over multiple games. He has gained me over 1000 MMR already at the top of the leaderboard. But when I first picked him, I lost most of my games trying to figure him out, and a lot of people have also been struggling with when you should Heropower, how to level, what you should take. So sit back, relax, and take some notes. Disclaimer, I think this is a very versatile hero with a lot of different ways that you can play him. This video will mainly cover how I always play him and what has been working for me. This does not mean that you can't play him differently and still have success. So what is Mutanus' game plan? This guy basically just wants to out-tempo everyone in the mid game and try to kill the lobby as fast as possible by being able to put crazy stats on the board incredibly quickly. So you want to find clever ways to outskill your opponents that have to greed into a 5 or 6 star unit for scaling. On top of that, you can also have a better economy, gaining 1 extra gold a turn without losing stats. In theory, you don't get the 1 extra gold since you sell the unit this turn, while otherwise it will still be on your board for the next turn to sell, but if you look purely at the tempo and stats on your board, they stay the same while gaining 1 gold. Does that make sense? So this extra economy allows you to take some crazy leveling curves and do wild early game plays. Now moving on to his strengths. No stats go to waste, so you should on average be stronger than most other players in the early and mid game, if you just use your hero power a couple times instead of actually selling a unit. Also, you have 1 gold extra every turn compared to others without getting strictly weaker, so Mutanus is extremely flexible, his leveling patterns can vary a lot, he can use mid-game scaling to just win lobbies without necessarily having to high roll late-game scaling. And obviously he's good with divine shield units. But Mutanus also has weaknesses. Very often you end up taking a second place to someone who actually high rolled crazy scaling like double Kaligos with an Adina. He also requires a lot of thinking and planning. He isn't just an autopilot hero to gain easy ranks. And finally, there's also a bit of RNG involved with where rebuffs land and whether or not you find the good targets. Small reminder that if you enjoy Hearthstone Battlegrounds guides like these and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, then you're missing out because I got a lot in the works, and I also stream on Twitch quite often if you want to catch some live gameplay. Let's quickly cover how to use this hero power to get the most value out of it. Well, it is pretty simple. You just use it as much as possible, even when you have to end on a roll. If you're still a bit confused, like I mentioned before, I do have an example game at the end that shows exactly how and when I hero power. You also want to hero power any units that have big stats but no other abilities to try and land them onto a more optimal unit. So either just well-statted units on your board or scaling that becomes pretty irrelevant, like a champion or a hex rune. Now time to discuss his early game. You usually don't buy a token on turn 1 since it doesn't really help. Generally, you take the best statted unit. Yes, that means Homunculus is top priority. Swabby is also really good since it enables a cool turn 4 level that I'll talk about in a bit. So if you find a Swabby, buy it, hold in hand, so on turn 2 you can level, and then play it in order to discount the next level. Turn 3 you often just buy the 2 best statted units again and hero power. Turn 4 on 6 gold you either buy 2, hero power and roll, or if you can figure out a clean way to level, hero power and still buy a unit, then that's amazing. This is exactly what the Swabby enables, or if you have any other token currently in the shop. Another thing to keep in mind when selecting the biggest units from your shop is that units like Murkhai and Captain can give passive stats that transfer over to permanent units if hero powered. Generally, I tell people to play tall instead of wide. So instead of having many units, you control the buffs on a select few, giving you a bit more control. The mid game quickly arrives, and generally you level to tier 4 on 8 or 9 gold, depending on if you got to level to tier 3 early or not. Tier 4 is usually where you settle for most of the game. Your first objective becomes looking for permanent units, which are minions that will stay on your board for probably the rest of the game. So units that you want all the buffs to land on. This is just most divine shield units, maybe an early Hydra and so on. You'll also look around for some passive scaling. The best units in this case are an arm, maybe a champion, hex rune. If you get lucky, you could triple into a light fang, Mitrex, anything that helps you grow and could be hero powered later on. Even things like an early Sorlisk or Ref Reaver can be pretty valuable. And now you're just gonna pursue your simple game plan. Hero power every turn, play for max stats, because that should always out-tempo players that have to greed for a 5 or a 6 drop, or people that are stuck on Tavern tier 4 without your amazing hero power. Eventually you're top 3 and it's the late game. We'll have to switch things up a bit. It all depends on who your last opponents are. If stats will be enough, then keep doing what you're doing, but more often you'll have to look for specific counters and tech cards. Getting a golden selfless to land shields on your massive units is always a good idea. Leveling to tier 5 is also reasonable to look for Baron and Poison to fill the gaps in your board. And then you just pray that they die early enough so you get a juicy first place instead of a second. Now onto a couple extra tips with Mutanus. Most of the time you don't want to greed but just play safe for max tempo. For example, you could high roll and triple into Caligos if you want, but if you miss, you get super punished. Those risks just don't seem worth it when you have a hero power that can so reliably get you strong instead. So if you're ever in a tricky situation and you're not sure if you can keep holding on to a bad pair, just eat it. Another bad play I see sometimes is people selling most of their board to guarantee a buff landing somewhere. This is just not worth it most of the time. If you hero power and your buff lands somewhere bad, just hero power the bad target next until it lands somewhere where it can stay. And here's probably the most valuable tip and mistake that I made a lot when starting out playing Mutanus. Don't pick up a Hydra too late. If you already have a full board, the odds of your buffs actually landing on the Hydra are pretty small. So you're gonna play with a 2-4 cleave for a while, which is obviously horrible. Only take it if you have something like a Light Fang, a Major Domo, or a way to make it useful already. Last but not least, don't rush your turns. Take your time to plan out how your gold is gonna work out and how to fit in a hero power. Too many people end up wasting gold and buffs by rushing through their turn and having to make those decisions a little bit too late. That is pretty much everything I could think of, but to give you guys and girls a clear example of how to put this into practice, I'm going to show you an example game from my stream that beautifully demonstrates everything that I talked about. Also, if you have 1 second to click that like button below, it might not seem like much, but it helps me out immensely. Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy the game. Mutanus! Hell yeah, it's a mech lobby. Oh, finally, okay. Let's get some free ranks. There's no elementals, no demon dragon. What's your strategy this time, we use our gem already as well, because we're here farming it anyway. No Cyclone and Bronze Sword and then Hex Rune. That kind of sucks. A lot of good shit gone. But we do have Quillbores. Oh wow, we tie this. We have Quillbores, we have Max, we have a Hydra, so it's fine. We don't want to freeze this, but I would like to get it the turn after. The new hero has potential though. He felt pretty okay. I also get double Sensei when I power level. That probably has to do with it as well. Okay, Mulhouse. Okay, dude. These are not that good. We could still level next turn, maybe. This is just a bad opener. We might have to eat a Gambler. It depends. If I find one more tribe in my shop, I'll stay down. Otherwise, I'll level. No, I'm not going Murloc. Oh, we got Swabby. Wait, how do you do this? We sell... Buy... Play... Heropower. Level. Okay, we did it. Still not a good board, because my one unit just sucks. But we're on tier 3, we can roll better units now, it's fine. God, these people are strong. I hate it. Okay, come on, Bob. Some good shit. Rough battle. Pick yourself back up and turn it around. These are both good, but do I really want to take those? You have no taunts yet. We only got one Quillbore this turn. I think you roll one more time. to get punished. I need to spread my stats. I don't think we keep buffing this. I want to buff this now. Because being a 1-unit Andy sucks. You lose so hard to bomb and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a really bad board. Does that mean that dying at the same time as other players impacts MMR? Yeah, it does, it does. If you die at the same time with other people, you take the average MMR, and that's what you get. Like if you are 4th and 2 people die with you and you got 5th, 6th, then you get on average 5th place. That makes sense. I take care of some. Have a good night, man. God, we're super weak. Like, it sucks that we have to stack a Murloc. So we're losing, we're not taking much damage, but we're like taking damage off damage off damage. I really want to level this turn, but I don't think we can. I love leveling at 8, oh wait. I love leveling here, but I don't know if I can. I don't think I will. I could just buy Heropower level. This guy's on full HP. I think I got stronger here. Yeah, it is what it is, but I don't want to take those unnecessary risks when I'm so low. Got the deflector though. It just sucks that we're a bit wider now because of this play, so it's kind of hard to get the bust on here. And there's no Cyclone Bronze Warden. There's not that many good targets besides this. It shouldn't be broken. Oh, money! Feels good, man. Okay. Got rewarded for staying down. We got good hits here as well.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
This is good, this is good, this is good. Great job. I'm gonna Heropower this next turn. The odds of landing on something good are a lot higher then. Can Heropower this guy? Because I value the gem actually more since we're gonna play this. And this is strongest here. I wanna hear, yeah, we have a lot to Heropower. We have a really good, or a decent future I should say. I'm happy about it. Okay. Not even entirely sure if we're gonna buy the Tough Tusk actually. But I think so. I think it's worth. Because there's no Bronze Sword and no Cyclones, so it's one of the only other Divine Shield units in the lobby. We have gems at the ready. Okay, this taunt is farming people. That's really good. Especially since he has Yo-Hos. 1 HP on that mummy is gonna hurt us. I think we win this though. We're pretty big. Okay, time to stabilize. We got the Egg, the Deflecto, the Tough Tusk, the Hydra. Life is looking good. I was looking rough for a little bit because of our opener, but it's looking good again. All it took was to stay down extra turn. This thing is also not that bad actually. I think I might be able to get to it, right? It's very likely to land on something good. That's the worst one, but okay. I mean, I guess this is the worst one. But I have no module for this yet, and it's gonna stay in, so that feels bad. It's not a reset. Oh no, he seems insanely strong. Fuck me. Shit. Shit. 13 to the Millhouse? Millhouse wasn't that weak. Okay. I don't think we're that weak either. It just sucks that our ag got big. This could have been a big Hydra. Imagine if these stats landed here or onto one of these Divine Shields. We just really need to roll a module now. Because we can't really hero power this. Unless I find another ag, but I don't know if that's ever worth it. And I want to keep my... what was I gonna say? I want to keep my... I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna keep something. Oh, I forgot. Okay, we beat this guy somehow. I feel like I'm getting demented. Okay. Another high roller? Okay. We seem like a high roller, but we're not really. Aha! Yeah, oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I want to keep my taunts. Yes, that's what I'm gonna say. We hear power with next turn probably. But it's been doing really good for us so far. Don't think I need Argus. Don't think I need Argus. I have no jump for this now. We could roll more, but I could take the Leaper. More stats. It's a pretty good board. Pretty decent. This is out next. Okay, he doesn't have that much actually. He's just winning because he has a Coiler, I guess. And a Young Bots. Easy. Don't be a boat. Okay. Second Hydra, this seems overkill. Maybe, actually. Need to find an arm though. I skipped an arm before. We could do take this. How does this work? We might be down a unit here. Do I care? I don't think really. Yo, Sophie, what's up? We don't have to be down a unit. Oh shit, we do. Unless I menace this. What?
You got this. You're way ahead.
Fucking lag, dude. Ah, come on! It's not the end of the world because we can still menace it, I guess. But why is it lagging? What? Oh shit, dude. But I don't want double reset taunted, that's the issue. Unless I taunt by Deflecto as well. I don't feel like that could be the play, right? Oh my god. But the games are good today. Lots of top 4s. I'm finally climbing back up. I just need to stop getting scammed like this. We might should take a bottom 4 here now. That'd feel pretty bad, I think. But yeah. Okay. I think I'm taking this actually.
That's what I would have picked.
Let the corruption spread.
I think you can win this thing.
It's a bit scary, but yeah, we're put in the situation. Hydra doesn't get much value anyway, so it's fine. But we lose here, right? This guy's massive. Actually just insane. Yeah. God, bottom 4 in Mutanus. Are you kidding me? Or wait, is this egg gonna farm him? Not enough, right? Not enough. He was insane, damn. Ah, wait, maybe. Maybe. Actually, we're fine. Never mind. Jesus.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure. Better hire a recruit while you can.
Yeah, lobby is pretty high early. Which is bad for Mutanus, because you just want to out-tempo people and kill them early before they get to their good stuff. We don't beat the guy in late game, so we'll take a second place. But that's fine. Unless you find poison stuff, but I don't want to level yet. I will level once it's top 2.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits. Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
I could play another reset, but I think I'd rather play the Selfless here. Selfless into Hydra. We can take this to get a gem on this every turn, right? Because I had to keep the shitty unit on the board in order to get us a gem on this every turn, but now I'll do it like this. If he cleaves me, I would have him cleave this. We are in position to take second place. If we beat this guy, I think he could die. He was insanely strong though. Actually, I'm not sure. They might not kill each other. And there's no ghost to face. I'm gonna face Greybow next. Do I have stats? I don't think we have the stats for Greybow, so then we take a third. He doesn't have that much actually. He just has a big Amalgadon, that's it. Other than the Amalgadon, I'm not too scared of him. Give him a shield back, which is kind of bad, but that was always gonna happen, right? Yeah, I think we won. He does have the Eliza as well, actually. Which is dead. Okay. So now we either place for third or second, depending on how this goes. Wait, what? You lost to the Greybow? Damn, dude. That's impressive. Against him, Poison won't as good, so we might just stay down, right? Get some stats. You can also get Baron. Actually, we do level, because you want to replace this with Baron or Spore, I guess. Yeah, we take our top 2. This game was a really bad Mutanus game. Even though we got early Deflecto, like, we played this, which was really Pepega. There was some other stuff that, like, some other hiccups that occurred, but... The attack might be relevant still, but... I think we're just ending on another reset. We have to keep positioning like this. Yeah, he had an insane board, so I don't think he beat it. He ghouls as well? It's not that good, I guess. It's pretty good, but we have to reset. Oh, we played around ghoul unintentionally. 5 head. I didn't think of that, but yeah, it counts as ghoul really well. Yeah, he's insane. We do get 2 resets. But we only have 2 units left, and he still has his boat, his Kangors, his champion. And he burned both my shields. I think that's the GG. Right? This doesn't carry. Unless this eats everything. Oh no, okay. Okay. Yeah, we take a second. Keep climbing, keep going up. Let's go.